Hey, welcome to the video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can differentiate yourself as a naturopathic doctor, or how you can differentiate yourself as a health coach, how you can differentiate yourself as a doctor in the functional medicine space. This is the challenge today is there are just so many doctors, so many new practices that are coming up, so many new professional people that are coming up. A lot of people have spent time educating themselves. They've gone to university, they've taken courses, they've taken classes on becoming a skilled person in this profession. And in researching a whole bunch of practices online, is I'm finding a very common sort of theme where people have got these doctors offering the same services to the same bunch of people, either in their local area, because maybe they have a physical clinic, or maybe they work as a clinician. And so the service offering, the thing that you're giving people is pretty much the same. Maybe you have different ideas, or maybe different prescriptions for different people, maybe different supplements, maybe you're offering different products to these people, but ultimately everybody is saying the same thing. And so this video addresses that problem, where because you're online, because there's so much competition, because there's so many other doctors around you in your either your physical space, or in your country, in your city, in your town, you have to find a way to differentiate yourself. So that's what this video is all about. If you're liking the video, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss another video. I'd really appreciate that. And definitely hit the like button as well if you're liking the content. So let's get into the content right now of how you can actually differentiate yourself online. And this applies to offline as well. So some of the principles, some of the techniques that I'm going to be talking about will apply to your business no matter where you're marketing yourself. I use this word marketing very specifically, and I'll cover the marketing aspect, which basically is what we're talking about throughout this video. But let's first talk about where you are in your business, or where you are in your career. Maybe you're a new doctor to the space and you're just establishing yourself. So you have no brand, you have no real name out there except for your qualification. And unfortunately, the trouble is you don't have any business experience. You have no marketing skills. Usually in university, they don't actually give you the skills to market yourself as a business, or to generate an income from your skill. The model that they teach you in university, and I'm a university graduate as well, and I did information technology specifically, where I learned all the technical aspects behind sort of computers and the internet, and how to actually build a website, and all of those things. But I didn't learn the marketing side. I didn't learn the business side from the university, right? I learned business from my dad. I learned business from people online. I learned business from YouTube. I learned business from people like me making these videos for you, right? I learned business from books. And these are not sort of natural things, or these are not things that you just get through your university degree or through your education. These are things that you have to seek outside, because the universities are just not catering for it, right? Your professors are probably just professors. Maybe they're practicing, maybe they have a clinic of their own, but the part of the curriculum doesn't cater for the business side. And hopefully, my wish is that changes, but the fact of the matter is that there are resources available, like YouTube, like this video, or like other people in this space, to teach you marketing, to teach you how to actually differentiate yourself. And so your desire, right, the thing that you want the most, either if you're a new doctor, then you're trying to figure out how to get clients. That's the first thing. Or if you're working for somebody else, if you're working in a clinic, then definitely your the head of your department, or the owner of the practice, is his job ideally is to get more clients, more patients to the business, right? And so that's where maybe you are. Maybe you have a clinic and your mission is to get more clients for your clinic, because maybe you built your practice up to where you have a few doctors working with you. You're partnering with a couple of people to support and to treat more patients. Ultimately, that's what we all want to do, is we want to help as many people as we can, and make a good living doing that. But your priority is money, of course. But ultimately, what you want to do is you want to build yourself your business that caters for your lifestyle, and you just want to be more fulfilled. You just want to be healthier, happier, and ultimately, right? Because you're just starting out, you're spending most of your time in your practice, either working for somebody else or building your practice. And so ultimately your end goal is probably just to have your business where it's generating income, where you actually don't have to do much work. So you become the CEO of your business. And so that's where this whole conversation is going, right? How to differentiate yourself so that you can attract your clients. Then in a future video, I'll talk about how to build systems around your business or inside your business so that it functions as a business, so that you're not the business, but the business functions with you in it, right? And I'll talk about that on a future video. So consider subscribing if you wanna catch that video when it comes out, and definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss that video. But that's coming up in the future. This video is specifically about how to differentiate yourself so that you actually build yourself a business. And then, maybe you have zero following online. Maybe you're, like I said, you're just starting out, or you haven't quite focused online. Maybe you get most of your clients via referrals because you have a good practice, because you're a really good doctor, because your education is really good, because you're helping lots of clients, because you've got a lot of testimonials. That's great. That's perfect. That's where you want to be. But maybe you haven't got that following. Maybe you haven't got that reach. Maybe when COVID came around, your eyes opened up to the fact that, hey, I can't just rely on walk-in traffic. I can't just rely on the board or the signage that's outside my clinic that says, hey, I can help you with your medical related issues. And so when you're trying to go online and you realize that, hey, you're competing with even more people that are in your local area, and that you need to do maybe Facebook ads, or you need to do blog posts, or you need to do videos, or you need to do something online to attract those clients. Ultimately, it comes down to differentiation. What is your unique selling proposition, right? What is the thing that people are going to come to you for, or why are people going to come to you as opposed to going to your neighbor who offers the same or a very similar service, or that can promise that they can help with this person's issues, with their problems? This is the conversation we're going into. All right. And then, of course, when it comes to online or whether it's offline, is how do you get attention? How do you communicate in a way that creates that conversation with people? How do you start that conversation with people, either from your website or from your social media? And I've got another video where I talk about, the reasons why your website isn't working. So definitely click on the card here if you already have a website, which most probably you do. And I talk about the conversation that needs to happen in that video. So definitely check that one out if you haven't already. But let's continue this journey, right? So, externally, like I said, you have all of these competitors. You have everybody posting very similar content. They're all talking about foods related to healthy living or healthy lifestyle. You're talking, most people are talking about different programs or weight loss programs, or, how to cure diabetes, how to get your diabetes under control. The content is available in vast quantities. You've got, people talking about natural remedies. You've got supplement companies that are doing ads and running against you because, well, they can sell direct to the customer. You've got customers going to Amazon and self-prescribing things to themselves. And so all of these things are working against you because, well, the market is open, right? This is what the internet has done, is it's created an open marketplace for anybody to share their message and to get the information and to find the solutions for themselves. Then you have your own sort of qualms about what's going on. Like maybe you're not posting on Facebook because you feel like you're not good enough. Maybe you've got 0 followers, and so you say to yourself, well, nobody's listening anyway, so why should I bother? Maybe you're not saying the right things, and you're posting the content, but it's just not hitting the mark. It's just not getting the people to you. And you internally, maybe you feel like you just can't help people change their habits. And so as part of developing a differentiated approach, or as part of building your unique proposition, unique selling proposition, your unique position on who you are and why you're doing it, you're going to struggle, because then you sound like everybody else. You're offering the same stuff. And so, hopefully we can solve that for you in this video. So you need to specialize, right? You need to find that unique thing about you. So how do you do that? Well, maybe you focus on a different group of people, right? So instead of just being a weight loss specialist, or maybe somebody who's helping with weight loss, and I'm being very broad here right now on purpose, maybe you focus on weight loss for the age group between 50 and 60. So you're working with, people who are a little bit older to manage their weight. And with their weight issues comes diabetes, however you're solving that weight issue, they're specifically looking for looking to solve that weight problem. So maybe you focus in on just that group. Or maybe you specialize in just sportsmen. Maybe you say, hey, I'm a nutritionist and I work with only athletes. And maybe you go even further and you say, I work with only runners, or I work with only swimmers, or I work with only bodybuilders. Like, focus in on those, on the groups of people who you're interested in. And maybe that's the way to differentiate yourself. Because now if you're unique in the sense that you're specializing on this specific group of people, as you practice and as you get experience and as you start seeing and helping these people with their problems, their unique problems gives you the language to differentiate yourself to them. Then you become known for, hey, this is the cyclist nutritionist. Okay, and that's a niche on its own. Maybe you're the bodybuilding nutritionist. Maybe you focus on just a sport. Maybe you're a nutritionist or a functional medicine doctor specifically for Formula One teams, or specifically for racing. Like, these are just different ideas or different aspects or golfers, right? And maybe then Tiger Woods is your ideal client. Like, that can happen because golfers speak to each other on the golfing, on the golf range, right? They're like, hey, you've got huge amounts of energy. How did you do that? Oh no, I have this health coach I went to the specific doctor and he's given me a regimen of food and exercise that's helped me get to the point that I'm at right now. Maybe that's your thing. So these are just that's just one way that you can do it. Okay, maybe you're specializing on a certain location, maybe a certain income group. Now, income group is a little subjective because, with Facebook advertising rules and the way things are going away there, you might not be able to reach those people. But if you locate your business in a high wealth area and you differentiate yourself by your messaging, then you focus on only that wealth group of people. And maybe they also, incidentally, are of a certain age bracket. Or maybe you're speaking to the wealthy, children who have inheritances, and you know where to find them. Like, if you have that connection, if you through your network, you can reach those people because those are the relationships you've built up over the years. Fine, why not? That might be the way that you could do that. And so maybe you specialize in a remedy that's approved, that's unique, and you're the only exclusive person in that area, and you do a deal with the supplement company where you're the only one in that area that can sell that specific supplement. So what you do then is you use the marketing of the supplement, or you partner with the supplement company to specifically deliver on that product, and then anybody who's looking for that brand must only come to you, right? So you're the sole distributor for that specific supplement in your area. Now, that may not last forever because maybe the company decides that they want to give the distribution rights to somebody else, and that's might happen, that may not happen, but then that's a way for you to differentiate yourself using a product or a service, right? So that's another way. Maybe you set your pricing, or you set a program up where it's only affordable to a certain group of people, or maybe it's because because of the combination of these things, demographic and psychographic reasons, you can differentiate and niche yourself down to a point where you're just talking very specifically. So that's ultimately what you want to do, is differentiate yourself to a point where you can narrow down, identify these people, find them online, and go and have conversations with them. Then there's a whole marketing strategy about how to reach them and how to actually talk to them. But that's not the focus of this video. Once you have your differentiated position, once you know who you're speaking to, your ideal client, your ideal customer, and you've probably seen videos around the internet about this ad nauseum maybe, but have you really done the work to identify who your ideal client is? you may be working with a bunch of people where if you look at your practice and if you look at your income and if you look at how many testimonials, or you look at sort of what is the 80-20 in your business in terms of who are you giving the most success to, who are the people that are generating the most amount of revenue for your business, who are the people who are referring you more work than any others, you'll probably find only 10 or 20% of those people are generating the 80% of your revenue. And so if those people might be able to help you identify your niche or your unique selling proposition. Because if you ask them, hey, why did you come to me specifically, they will feed you that information. They will tell you if they know, if they like you, and if you've helped them. They are going to help you to find that voice. So asking the questions from your customers or your clients at the moment, your patients at the moment, is going to help you a ton as well. And now I mentioned that, as part of your journey, maybe you've just started out, or you have a practice and it's just starting out, or maybe you have a practice and you have referrals already and your practice is busy. Your ultimate goal is to give yourself time, to give yourself that leverage, to build your practice to where you're actually not working every day in your practice, and you want that time freedom. And so if you're interested in that, I'm actually building a service around helping you get to be the CEO of your clinic. And if that's something that interests you, definitely get a hold of me, comment below this video, and let me know that that's something that you're interested in, because I have a formula and I have a path that the internet and finding clients online can actually help you to build the systems around that, to cater for that goal that you want to achieve. And actually, the differentiation in your business and your message is going to help you to become the CEO of your business. Because as soon as you have an influx of people, you have more people coming to you than you can handle on your own. That's going to force you, based on what your goals are, that's going to force you to build your business to where you can actually help more people. Because if more people want your help, then you have to hire more help so that you can help them, right? And that's a good position to be in. And so if you're looking for the systems, if you're looking for the processes, if you're looking for the way to market yourself on the internet to actually create that surplus in your business, provided you're a good doctor, obviously, then I can help you. So let me know, check out the links in the bottom if you want to book a consultation call as well, or just comment below and let me know if that's something of interest to you. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful. How to differentiate yourself as a naturopathic doctor or a health coach or functional medicine doctor. Comment below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.